Okay, for part C, it says assume the borrower has decided to pay an extra $50 per month to pay off the mortgage more quickly. Find the first 3 lines of the payment schedule under this assumption. Now, going back, their monthly payment was $816.24, but they're going to send in an extra $50. So now their monthly payment each time will be $866.24. So that first monthly payment that goes right here is the $866.24. And then it will be that again here and here for the second and the third also. All right, it's going to be $866.24 every month. That won't change, okay? The interest paid for this first one, it was still based on $114,000, so that number is the same as it was before, and I can't remember what color I used, but right here, that it was $507. Now, because it's still based on the previous month's balance. So that 507 came from interest is equal to principal times rate times time. You put the $114,000 for principal. The interest rate up here, 6%, so that's 0.06. And remember, it's 1 month time, so 1/12. And when we did that, we got the 507. Zoop. And now I'm literally just going to subtract these two numbers, and that's going to equal what's going to go in this box. You send in a check for $866.24. They calculate what interest you owe, and they take it from that check. When they subtract, there's $296.24 left, and they apply that to your balance. So you're going to subtract the green number from your $114,000. And when I do that, I end up with a new balance of $113,703.76. And then when you go to calculate the new interest paid, this number you'll use here instead of the $114,000. You'll always use it. So I'm going to go back to my math lab. Where is it? Here it is. And the monthly payment this time was $866.24. It's still $507 on this first line. But now this is actually $50 higher, and this will be $50 lower. But only for that first one. It'll be more as time goes on. Oh my gosh. What? Did I type in a number wrong? 866.24. Oh, right here. 507. Sorry. 570. 296.24 and 113,703.77. Okay, now let's do it. There we go. Whew. Getting a slight heart attack. And then this will be 866.24 again. And now this new interest is going to be taking, pick a different color, how about blue? We're now going to take this number times the 0.06 times 1/12, and that'll give us a new interest paid. So grab my calculator. Oh, I already did this on my paper, sorry. So this is going to be $568.52. And again, you're going to subtract that from the $866.24 check that you sent in, which will give you the principal this time of $297.92. And then when you subtract those two, your new balance will be $113,406.04. Oh, what a mess. Okay, so let me go back to my math lab and type all that in. So this is 568 0.52 and 297.72 and a new balance of 113,406.04. There you go. And then it'll do it one more time. And so again, it's going to be 866.24. For my interest paid, I have to take the previous balance, which is now this $113,406.04 times 0.06 times 1/12 of a year. And that'll give me $567.03. You'll simply subtract these first two columns. Subtract the interest paid from the monthly payment to see how much is left over. They take the interest. They're like, give me that from your check. And then whatever's left over will be applied to your balance. So now you still owe this $113,406.04 on your mortgage, but they'll reduce it by $299.21. So now it's down to $113,106.83. Boom. Nice work. And that should be the end. And it is. So, just to recap, your monthly payment, this column here never changes, okay? You send in the same amount of money every month, unless you want to send in extra. Like this time they decided, let's send an extra 50. But it shouldn't change, okay? Because for this problem anyway. I mean, every month, I suppose, you could send a little more in if you had extra money. But for the My Math Lab problem, you keep it consistent. The monthly payment doesn't change. Interest, however, will change. And you're always going to be using principal times rate times time. The rate will be this 6%. Time will always be 1/12. But what will change is your principal. And the principal will be whatever the previous balance was. So on the first line, you used the 114. To do the second line, I used this number instead. To do the third line, you'd use this number in place of the principal. And that's going to give you different interests. Now you'll notice it went from 507 to 568 down. This one was 567. The amount of interest that you pay should go down every month because what they're basing the interest on is going down every month. Your balance keeps going down as you're paying it off. So the interest that you pay should go down, which means the principal, the part that's left over, should go up. It went from 296 to 297, and then the next one here was 299.21. That's going to keep going up. You'll have extra money from this 866.24 to apply to your balance, and your balance will keep going down over time. I hope that makes sense.